Good afternoon, everyone. How's everyone doing this Friday afternoon? Well, I'll tell you, I'm just waking up. I just got up from a long 2 or 3 hour nap. And as a matter of fact, I was up early because not my repair, but my maintenance man was supposed to come because the refrigerator was keeping this noise. It had this buzzing sound. You know how like when you inflate a tent or a mattress or something that sound like it's filling it up, with air or whatever. Well, that's the way my refrigerator was last night. And so I had to call them. Well, I called them because I was thinking that I had my days mixed up again now. I was thinking that yesterday was Saturday, and I was saying if anything goes wrong with my refrigerator, that means I gotta go until Monday to get it repaired. But if I call it in as like an emergency, because I do have food in there, I don't want it to spoil. And so I called them last night about 8:30 or something like that. And so he said he would be here at 7 o'clock at 7:30 in the morning. I said, no. I said, that's kind of early. I said, can you, make it a little later? He said, well, okay, give me a time. I said, come around 10ish. And of course, I can't sleep because I think I'm going to oversleep and miss him. And so I was up, I was cooking, and I was eating, and I was filling my gut. I had filled my gut up. Yeah, my gut was empty. And so, and he didn't come he didn't come at 10. He came more around like 11 o'clock this morning. But then after, I called them, and then after that, I realized the day was Friday, not Saturday. I don't know why I keep screwing my days up like that. But anyway, he came and he fixed it. And he told me on the phone, he said, that, because being that it was after hours, he says, well, this is not considered an emergency. I said, well, I'm calling you in case this thing is going to blow up or burn up or something happens to it. I said, because of this buzzing sound, and it's taking like a long time for it to shut off. It was just going. And as a matter of fact, well, since I got up, I haven't heard it crank up. You know how the motor cranks up and then goes back off? Let's see. Oh, it's still cold. It's nice and cold in here. I hear something. I think it's all right. Because he did come and he told me that, I guess, let me show you again. See, like way back here, this like grid in the back. I think what had happened was I had left the door open, it was cracked open, and I didn't know it was cracked open. And so all this frost had come up there on it and sort of was covering it. And so, which caused it, well, this is the way he explained it to me, which caused it to make that noise. And that he would have to come over here and clean it off for me. I said, okay, as long as they ain't exploding or, anything crazy is going to happen to this refrigerator. Because, it would sound, I had never heard a refrigerator sound like that before. It was going, like that. And so, I was concerned, of course. I don't want to go to bed with that feeling like that. And so, anyway, that's what he did. He came and he did whatever he did. I wasn't really watching him do it. Well, I was about to go to sleep then. But after he left, then I wasn't ready to go to sleep because I had woke up. And so I sat here and did a little crochet and played a couple of games and stuff like that. And then I got sleepy. Ate me some tater tots. Oh, yeah. Ate some tater tots. Then I got sleepy. And here we are, y'all, on the video at 4:18 p.m. on a Friday. So how y'all doing? I'm doing all right. I guess you said ain't nothing but drama over here. Well, not really drama. It's just like, my concern. And when you get a little older, you're going to be concerned too. Which, I've never known a refrigerator to burn, like that or anything like that. But you never know when you got a problem with electrical in your home. And so, I would say, it's better to be careful than to be sorry. And so that's what I call myself doing, being careful. I remember back in the day, of course, I'm going to give you a back in the day story. Well, this was one day, we was getting ready to go on a, excuse me, y'all, this fuzzy shirt. I just put on anything. I got to do better, y'all. But anyway, um, we had all went on, well, it was a church trip, actually. But where we was going to Great Adventure. That's where we was going, on a church trip. And, mostly family, my husband, church and everything like that. I was at, with the husband at the time. I had the children. I had only like 4 children. And we had gone to Great Adventure in New Jersey. And, it's like a day trip. You go all day and you come back sometime that night. You leave early in the morning, you come back sometimes at night, sometime that night. And not me, the situation didn't happen to me, but it happened to the ex-husband's sister. And they had owned their own home. And when they came back home, they had an electrical fire. It picked that day that they were going, on this trip to cause a fire. And I don't know what happened. I guess they put the fire, somebody must have called, one of the neighbors or somebody must have called the fire department. But anyway, it started in their kitchen. And do you know, their whole house, they couldn't stay in the house anymore. And they had to live in a trailer. I don't know who, I think the homeowner, I don't remember exactly how this thing happened, but it was, a long time ago. But they had to set up a trailer outside of their house while they redid that damage that was done to their house. They had I think it was 3 bedrooms, a living room, kitchen, and then the basement was finished off. And so they had, she had 2 children at the time, a little girl, a little boy, and her husband. And they had to live in like a trailer, how a trailer would be, you got your home in like a van lifer, so to speak, but it was a trailer. And so they had to live in that, I don't know how long, I think it was about a month or 2 months, a month and a half, because of the repair. They had to have the whole electrical done and everything. That just burnt their house out. But, I think they did have insurance. But still, the inconvenience they had to go through, and then a lot of losses they had, because of that. So can you imagine what, can happen like that? And you wonder to yourself, why would it happen just that day when you decided to go, on an outing with you and your children, and you're gone, and then your house is burning up while you're gone. Go figure, y'all. I'll tell you, stranger than the truth, like I said before, I think the truth is stranger than fiction. And another thing I was looking at on the internet while I was asleep, I think I went to sleep on it. This man said he died and went to heaven, and he was dead, he said, on the operating table for a whole hour and a half. Have you ever heard of anything like that? I've heard people going into a coma, stuff like that, but like for the heart to actually stop beating, they're getting ready to sign you off. The death certificate they done gave up on you. And everything. And he said he died and he went to heaven. I wish y'all could see that. It was interesting. I mean, for those who like that sort of thing. But I just ain't never known nobody or heard of nobody dying like that, not for no hour and a half. And then on that hour and a half, he goes on a trip to heaven actually meets Jesus, and how calm it was up there. And he was saying, like, instead of going through, like people say they go to the light, he said he saw the light, but he said he didn't see the tunnel. He said it was more like a window that he went through. I take me a time now, y'all. Got a little headache. I've been having headaches lately. And I'm going to take just one. 100. No, this is a 500. So one is 500, I think. Because it's I think. Extra strength. Whatever. I'm taking one capsule. One caplet. And he was talking about how he had seen his family. Excuse me, y'all. I just hope that capsule don't get caught in my throat. But he had seen his grandmother, and his family and some of his distant family, he said. But it seemed like to me he had more to talk about his grandmother than his mama and his dad. His grandmother, I guess that's the love that, some grandmothers just love their grandchildren. And there's no doubt about it, no doubt about it, because I love mine too, dearly, because there's something special about them jokers. But anyway, he saw his family, and he said like it was like everything just welcomed him, like they loved him. Even the flowers and things were like, and the tree, he said the trees parted out, somehow or another he got to where Jesus was, and something about his feet, something about Jesus's feet. I don't know, it was quite an encounter. It was long. I don't know if y'all interested in this kind of thing or not, but I just happened to be there, and I've heard stories before, but this one was like, to me, a bit much. I don't know. I don't like to doubt anybody because, people, when I tell people I've seen Jesus Christ, I don't think they believe me. And then after I got older, doubt was put in my own mind about what I had seen. But I still, to this very day, said I saw some kind of apparition. It was something. I can tell you that. And it was very good, like, brilliance. The brilliance was something else. I mean, and you know how dark it is down south. When you turn the lights off, you're in the dark. You ain't got no street lights. Only thing you got maybe is the moonlight, stars, or something like that. It is pitch black when you go to bed. Unless you see, like I said, a moonlight or something shining, that's it. Other than that, you're in the dark. You can't hardly see the hand in front of you. You can't. You can't see the hand in front of your face. That's how dark it is in North Carolina. And the sky, it even looks different down there at night than it does when you're in the city. You're in the city. And when you're in the country, it gives you that midnight black sky. And you see the stars shining in it, shining through. And then in certain areas and certain times of the year, we could see the Big Dipper, the Little Dipper, constellations and stuff. And it looks pretty, real pretty. But I did see Jesus Christ. But anyway, this man said he's seen Jesus Christ, and he said it's like everything was welcoming him. I guess it was like a love. They were glad to see him. And he said even the animals, he saw animals in heaven. He says because they too were part of God's creation, but everybody was like love. I guess you walk among them without fear. Like if you see a tiger, you probably could just pat him on the head. Now that's the part I like. Well, he didn't say that, but I just added that to it, just for effect. Pat a tiger on the head. Wouldn't you love to do that? Just walk up to him and just give him a great big old hug like you do your dog and a lion. You would just love that. How about a panther? You know, you would just love it. Now, snakes I'm not too crazy about. I don't know if there were snakes there. He didn't say anything about snakes because, you know what happened with the snake, and everything like that. But anyway, it was such a great, to him, he didn't want to go back. But he said that Jesus told him it wasn't his time yet and that he had to go back. And he didn't want to go. And so, but his grandmother told him to go back. And he said, and bring more with you when you come. And that's what he was. He went back into his, where he was at on the OR table. He said the doctor was writing him off and ready to sign his birth certificate. And he went back into his body. Like I said, y'all can look that up, but that was quite, the part that matter of fact, I didn't see the whole thing. I said I was going to look it up. Matter of fact, I could look it up now. I'm pretty sure. It's still in my history or something. But I'm not going to hold y'all up. I'm getting ready. As a matter of fact, I wanted to cook my cabbage, but I like to cook it with bacon, and I forgot to take the bacon out, so I'm going to see if I can take the bacon out because I'm going to cook that whole little cabbage that I bought the other day because I need vegetables. And let's see, what else to go with it? I ain't take no chicken out or nothing. I might just, maybe I will want to cook the cabbage today, come to think of it. I got a Salisbury steak dinner in there with some macaroni and cheese. One of those Stouffer's frozen dinners that taste like Haribo. I wouldn't advise nobody to buy the Stouffer's chicken and mashed potatoes. That chicken, it was rubbery. You couldn't, I couldn't chew it. Y'all might be able to chew it. It smelled like chicken, and it's a little it's an entree. I call them entrees when it ain't got no, it's not a full course. It's just a meat, mashed potatoes, and gravy on one side, and that's it. And a little piece of chicken. About that big, enough to fill your hollow tooth. You know what I'm saying? That's how small it is. But who cares if it tastes like crap? You would enjoy it if it, was good. I don't care what the size is, but this thing tasted horrible. I couldn't chew it. Well, I don't have no teeth to start with, but I can chew, most stuff or nothing, sort of can digest. But not this. No. I had to throw the whole thing away. I said, here I am paying $4 for some freaking mashed potatoes and gravy because the chicken I couldn't use. And I got whole boxes of mashed potatoes. As a matter of fact, some packs of mashed potatoes as well, which I gotta cook. I gotta look at the date on some of this stuff around here because I'm really slacking in that apartment. And I don't want to have to end up to throw that stuff away. But anyway, y'all, like I said, if you like that sort of thing, you should check it out because it was indeed kind of interesting, I'll tell you the truth. I don't know if he had on a nightgown, his Johnny coat, the one they put on you when you're in the OR, that thing. I don't know if he had that on, or if he went to see Jesus with that on, or if he went to just come as you are, let it all hang out. You're in heaven after all. Everybody loves you. Show them what you got, baby. Show them what you're working with. But anyway, y'all, I'm getting serious. I gotta laugh at my own self. But I'm starting to get silly. That's because I'm sleepy. Not sleepy. I am hungry. I don't want to eat this early, though. It's only 4:30. But I guess by the time I figure out what I'm going to... If I put that... Let me see how long this thing takes to cook. Oh, boy. But, let's see. I got to see about this, I don't think the Salisbury steak takes no more than about... Now, this is just plain old mac and cheese by itself. I don't want that. Matter of fact, I ain't crazy about that mac and cheese. I don't know why I bought it. I don't know what possessed. Now, don't that look delicious? Trust me. We eat with our eyes, y'all. And then when we get it here, and then we realize it don't taste like crap. Oh shoot, 42 minutes. It'll be after 5. Well, that's a good time to have dinner. Maybe about 5:30. 5:30, even later than that. I like to eat around 6. So maybe I'll just have I don't know, maybe have some cherries. I still got those nasty cherries. Well, they're really not nasty. It's just that they're just not as good as the other ones. And I still got some, so you know it can't be as good as the other one because they would have been gone by now. And on that note, I'll see y'all again soon.